Ukraine's emergency workers, including their aviation squads, have demonstrated their readiness to deal with any emergencies that might occur. The aviation squad has been undergoing air evacuation trainings in the Chernihiv region. Their training is meant to prepare them for the upcoming Eurovision Song Contest, an event that will be held in Kiev. The State Emergency Service of Ukraine created a mock vehicular accident that had occurred 150 kilometers from Kiev. In the training scenario, a minibus carrying Eurovision guests crashed into a truck and several other cars. Emergency workers pretending to be victims were airlifted out by helicopter and air ambulance. The story is that we have an emergency situation with 12 victims in total. The truck driver and the minibus driver were both severely injured. 3 people received moderate injuries, and another 3 are in shock. Psychological assistance has been provided to those victims in shock. The accident site immediately saw the arrival of the national police units and fire rescue squads. They put out the fire and rescued the victims. Severely injured victims were readied for air evacuation.
Командир экипажа вертолета выбирает площадку,
The medical Eurocopter takes the victims to the nearest airfield at Nezhin. The victims' vital signs are constantly monitored in transit. The helicopter has a capacity of 2 severely wounded persons. It's equipped with a defibrillator which can not only display a person's vital signs, but also record their heart rate, breathing rate, pulse, and temperature. We also have equipment that can clear fluid from a person's lungs. This is the AN-26 airplane, medical variant. It is the only one of its kind in Ukraine. The AN-26 can transport 2 severely wounded victims up to 2,000 kilometers and has additional room for 6 lying and 14 standing patients. We can perform artificial respiration and provide pressurized oxygen for people who are having trouble breathing. We load a program into our equipment which automatically performs these tasks. The air ambulance will take its patients to the Kiev airport, a 40-minute trip. Medical staff aboard the ambulance during the trip do everything in their power to provide all necessary medical aid. We plan to hold these trainings whenever we have such a large event such as Eurovision in Ukraine. We assume that it is possible that situations that require air evacuations can occur. During Eurovision, the AN-26 air ambulance and the 2 Eurocopter helicopters will be constantly on alert at the Kiev airport. Eurovision will begin in Kiev on May 7th, and the final will be held on the 13th.